Back in the 80s and 90s, Japanese automakers weren't just selling cars in America, they were building them here. Honda's plant in Marysville, Ohio. Toyota's in Georgetown, Kentucky. These were more than factories. They became the lifeblood of local towns. They offered stable jobs, good wages, benefits. Generations of families worked under those roofs. Fast forward to today, and things are shifting. Honda is cutting operations in Ohio and Indiana. Toyota is moving key models, like the Tacoma, out of the US and into Mexico and Asia. These moves are subtle, not always splashed across headlines. They call it reallocation or retooling. But the impact? It's loud and clear for workers on the ground. Let's be honest, it's not about politics. Not directly. It's about economics. These companies aren't charities. They follow one rule: build where it's cheaper and sell where it's profitable. Here's what that looks like in numbers. U.S. auto workers earn around $30 an hour. In Mexico, that same job, closer to $4 to $5. That wage gap alone saves companies millions per year per plant. Add in lower taxes, fewer regulations, and more trade flexibility, and the decision practically makes itself. You've probably heard of NAFTA, now revamped into USMCA. This deal lets companies build in Mexico, ship to the US and Canada tariff-free, and bypass many costly trade hurdles. What does that mean? Mexico has become the sweet spot: low wages, free trade, and fast access to the US market. And it doesn't stop there. Mexican ports now connect directly to Asian suppliers. That means Toyota and Honda can streamline their global supply chains, get parts faster, cheaper, and with less red tape. What do you think about this shift? Is it smart business or a betrayal of American workers? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. It's not just about wages. Energy prices in the US are higher. Environmental regulations are stricter. Shipping and logistics are more expensive. And policy uncertainty, like EV mandates, subsidies, and tariffs, makes long-term planning tough. So when Toyota or Honda sits down to decide where to build the next EV model, guess what? The US often doesn't make the cut. Toyota and Honda are doubling down in Guanajuato, Baja California, and beyond. Thousands of jobs are being created, and these cars are being exported not just to the US, but across Latin America. For Mexico, this is a manufacturing renaissance. Honda isn't turning its back on North America entirely. It's investing billions in Ontario, focusing on electric vehicles and batteries. Why? Canada offers clean energy incentives, political stability, and access to the US market. It's a calculated move for the EV future. Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, these nations are no longer just low-cost labor markets. They're fast-growing consumer markets. Infrastructure is improving, governments are pro-business, and local demand for vehicles is booming. Toyota is building battery plants in Thailand. Honda is ramping up motorcycle and compact car production across Southeast Asia. It's not just cheaper, it's smarter growth. Here's where the story gets personal. When a car plant cuts shifts or closes down, it's not just the workers inside who suffer. Each factory job supports 6 to 7 other jobs, from part suppliers to truck drivers to the corner diner down the road. In Marysville, Ohio, Honda once rolled out nearly 500,000 vehicles per year. Now, that plant is being retooled. Hundreds face layoffs. Local businesses are seeing fewer customers. And that's just the beginning. In Alabama and Mississippi, similar uncertainty hangs over communities where Toyota and Honda once promised long-term prosperity. The fear? That once the retooling ends, the doors may not reopen. Auto unions have raised alarms, especially as the EV transition accelerates. Many EV jobs are non-union, lower wage, and scattered across newer facilities in Mexico or Asia. And so far, Washington has been mostly silent. There's no big plan, no safety net, no bold policy to save or reinvent U.S. auto jobs. Workers are being asked to adapt, to retrain, relocate, or retire early. But without clear direction, what happens to the middle class built on car manufacturing? No surprise, they're the biggest beneficiaries. Low costs, fast logistics, trade access, and growing demand. With its green economy and political calm, it's attracting EV money fast. Toyota and Honda stockholders are cheering. These moves mean higher profit margins, better earnings forecasts, and leaner global operations. But is Wall Street's gain Main Street's loss? Let's look forward. Experts warn that if this trend continues unchecked, the U.S. could lose up to 840,000 auto-related jobs. Towns that once thrived on the roar of factory floors may fall silent. But it's not too late. America can compete if it chooses to. That means modernizing plants for EV and AI-powered manufacturing, offering smart incentives to build at home, supporting worker retraining and innovation, and most importantly, crafting clear, stable policies that companies can trust. If we build the right business environment, companies will invest here. But time is running out. The story of Toyota and Honda quietly shifting away from the U.S. isn't just about two companies. It's a wake-up call. The U.S. must choose between watching its industrial base erode piece by piece or fighting back with bold, smart economic strategy. Because once these jobs are gone, they don't come back easily. And if we don't act now, the next factory closure might be in your state, your town, or your neighborhood. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks so much for watching.